Man, when I talk about the mind being powerful, I'm not just throwing some motivational thing at you. I'm talking about raw, unfiltered truth. And I didn't even realize how deep that thing went. I went through 3 hell weeks, Ranger School, Delta Force selection. I've been through more punishment than most people can imagine. But this one incident, this one screwed up moment was the day I realized something most of us are tapping into just 40% of what we're really capable of. The rest is locked up inside your damn head. So here I am, this hard badass man, thinking I know a thing or two about pain and endurance. And I get it in my head to do this race called Badwater 135. It's this psycho race, 135 miles through Death Valley in the goddamn summer. I Googled hardest races in the world. And there it was. Now let me tell you, I didn't know a damn thing about ultra running. I thought you'd run 20 miles one day, set up camp, then do another 20 the next day, just nice and slow until you knock out the 135. Sounded doable, right? Yeah, I had no fucking idea what I was getting into. I call up the race director, and this dude's all, have you run 100 miles? I'm like, what, in a week? What the hell are you talking about? He says, no, dumbass. In 24 hours or less. And I'm standing there thinking, hell no. But he wasn't done. You got to qualify for this shit. You run 100 miles in 24 hours or less, and I'll consider letting you in my race. Now, I'm not one to back down, so I tell him I'm game. He throws me a bone. There's a 24-hour race in San Diego. You do 100 miles on a 1-mile loop. I'll think about it. I knew this guy was trying to call my bluff. So I do some quick half-ass math and figure it out. It's like a 14-something minute mile. I can handle that, I tell myself. Boy, was I fucking wrong. I show up at this race on Saturday with no real plan, just a blue lawn chair, some Ritz crackers, a gallon of milk, and my ex-wife. Every lap I figure I'll see her grab some snacks and keep going. I'm clueless as hell, but you know what they say, ignorance is bliss, right? I hit 70 miles fast as shit. In about 12 or 13 hours, I've knocked out 70 miles. But here's the thing. What do you think happens when you haven't trained your body for this kind of torture? It all starts to fall apart. My legs are screaming, my mind's a mess. And then it hits me. I haven't gone to the bathroom once. My body's like, man, you're fucked. So I make the biggest mistake of the day. I sit down. Right there in that damn lawn chair. I look at my ex-wife. And there's like 3 or 4 of her. I'm seeing double, triple shit's bad. I can feel my body shutting down. But I'm trying to play it cool because deep down, I know where this is heading. I'm sitting there feeling like I'm on the edge of death. And next thing I know, I'm shitting myself and pissing blood. Yeah, you heard that right. Poop up my back, blood down my leg. My ex-wife was a nurse, is like, David, you're turning white. And let me tell you something, as a black man, that's some shit you never want to hear. Now I'm sitting there thinking I've got 30 miles left, I should quit. But you know what? Fuck quitting. This is where the real battle starts. Instead of tapping out right there, I decide to study myself. This is where I go deep into the darkest part of my mind. And I start figuring out what the hell I'm made of. I say to myself, yeah, I'm going to quit, but not just yet. Not right now. So there I was sitting in my own shit and piss, and I had 2 choices. Tap the fuck out or keep moving. But here's the thing, quitting. That ain't in my DNA. So I sat back for a second and said, all right, let me stop being a little bitch. Let me hydrate, clean myself up, and get some nutrition. I'm still standing. I'm not dizzy. So let's see if these busted up feet can move. I thought, okay, I'll walk just 1 more mile. Hit 71 miles and then I'll call it. That'd be a win for today. But here's the thing, man. You start with 1 mile, just 1, and then something clicks. You start breaking that massive goal down into smaller chunks. You stop thinking about 30 miles to go. You just focus on the next fucking step. So I'm walking that mile, hurting like hell, but something inside me wakes up. It whispers, maybe I can walk another mile. Fuck it. Maybe 1 more after that. But let me be real with you. At the pace I was going, I knew damn well I wasn't going to hit the time. That's when it hit me what I call the 40% rule. Those of you who've read Can't Hurt Maine know what I'm talking about. It's simple. We've all got this governor on our brains, like the kind they put on a car. The car might be able to hit 130, but with the governor on, it caps out at 101. That's how most people live their lives, with a mental governor holding them back. I was born with my own governor, limited horizons, raised on the wrong side of the tracks. The world told me I wasn't supposed to be shit. And I believed that for a long time. But once you learn to take that governor off, once you realize there are no fucking limits except the ones you put on yourself, everything changes. You've got limitless horizons. But most of y'all don't even get that far. You've been sitting at average for so damn long, you don't even know what it feels like to do something hard. To push past pain, past doubt, and keep going when your mind is screaming at you to stop. While I'm grinding through these miles, some dude passes me and he's like, Goggins, just be average today. And I'm thinking, man, fuck that noise. Some of you are so used to being average, you think that's normal. You've been stuck in that comfort zone so long you forgot what it feels like to fight for something. But there's a few of you out there, those who want more, who want to push themselves, but don't know how to grind day in and day out. That's the key, man. Every single day you have to show up and put in the work. That grind is what separates the average from the exceptional. Look, man, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but there's a badass man out there right now who wants everything you have. They want your job, your position, your success. Hell, they even want your damn life. And if that's true, you better believe they're coming for your ass. That thought alone should light a fire under you to go harder, to stay focused, and to never let up. Use that as fuel. Stay hard, man. I want to be that guy who shows up every day, no matter what. The guy that refuses to quit. The guy who grinds harder than anyone else in the room. That guy, he wasn't born in me. I had to create him. And you can do it too, whether you're a man, woman, whatever the fuck you identify as, it doesn't matter. Strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you build brick by brick. And when you're building that kind of strength, you've got to make some tough choices. You've got to be willing to turn down the easy shit book deals, shortcuts, quick wins. You've got to be true to who you are every damn day, no matter who tells you otherwise. People are always going to have something to say. They'll tell you you're doing it wrong or that you should be doing it their way. Fuck that. Do it your way, man. Keep pushing. Man, let me take you back for a minute because I need you to understand something real. I was always that guy who just wanted to be liked. When you grow up getting your ass kicked as bad as I did, it fucks with your mind. I lied constantly, man, just trying to be whoever I thought people wanted me to be. I became 50 different people, all for one thing, just to be accepted. Whatever you liked. I wasn't being me. I was being who I thought the world wanted. Just desperate for someone, anyone to be my friend. And that's where most people get lost in life. We lose ourselves in trying to fit into other people's expectations. But here's the thing I woke the fuck up. I realized the price I was paying trying to live for other people. You ain't ever going to be happy like that. So today, I decided to push my boundaries and I went out to PR my long run. First half of that run, I was feeling great. My mind was crystal fucking clear. Nothing was on my mind except my pace, my breathing, my rhythm. I was in the zone, man. But then right around mile 15, shit started to change. That's when the demons showed up. The wall started creeping up on me and I could feel it, man. When you push your body to its limits, something always gives. And I was starting to break. My mind, that was the first to go. The legs hurting, body dehydrated, everything screaming at me to stop. I started feeling sorry for myself. Why the fuck am I doing this? Why not just stop? My mind was telling me to call my girl, have her pick me up, take the easy way out. But there's no room for that weak shit in my life. That's the moment I had to remind myself, stay hard, motherfucker. You know what's funny? Right when I'm at this mental breaking point, some guy stops me at a light. Dude goes, hey, Goggins, I've got a question. Why am I not getting better? I'm setting big goals, half Ironmans, half marathons, chasing that new promotion at work. But I'm stuck. Why the hell am I not improving? I looked at him and hit him with the question right back. You afraid of not hitting those goals? He says, nah, I'm not scared. And right there, I knew what the fuck his problem was. That's it. You're too damn comfortable, man. You're setting goals you know you can hit. That's why you're not growing. When you set goals that are too safe, too within your reach, you're not leaving room for failure. And if you're not willing to fail, you're not pushing hard enough to grow. Fear, doubt, insecurity, that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out who the hell you really are. So I told him straight up, if you're not scared of your goals, if you're not standing on the edge of what you think is possible, you're never going to get better. You have to set goals so high that they scare the shit out of you. That's when you dig deep. That's when you find out what you're made of. And that's the only way to grow. Most people want the easy way, the safe path, but not me. Not you. If you want more out of life, you better start setting some goals that make you question your sanity. Because when you break through that fear, that's when you become unstoppable. Stay hard, man. Every damn day, stay hard. Everything I hated, everything I tried to dodge, that's the shit that got me here today. It's all about what you're saying to yourself. But you better believe it comes with work. When life was kicking my ass physically, mentally, spiritually, I tell myself, you can't hurt me. I've got this dark ass voice in the back of my head, man. And guess what? A lot of you have it too. You just ignore it. I ignored it for years, fucking years. But deep down, I always knew I could pull off anything I set my mind to. I knew that. But here's the thing, I was scared of the work because I wasn't blessed with brains or natural talent. I didn't have that God-given athleticism that makes shit easy. So I knew if I wanted to be on the same field as these badass motherfuckers, if I even wanted to try out for this program, I'd have to face the brutal truth. The work was going to be hell. And I was terrified to even look at it. So I kept putting it off and it haunted the hell out of me. That's when it hit me. Comfort was my enemy. I was chasing that easy life, that pat on the back, avoiding all the hard truths. And that's why I was stuck, not accomplishing a damn thing. So, you know what I did? I became the nightmare you don't want to meet in the dark alley. I became my own toughest critic, the meanest motherfucker in the room. And that's what flipped the switch. That's what changed me. The harder shit gets, the more we want to back off. You start pushing back, making excuses, avoiding the grind. Look, man, people don't want to talk about it straight, especially when it comes to things like being fat. I was fat. That's why I talk about it, because I've been there. I know what it's like to roll your fat ass out of bed, craving cinnamon buns and a goddamn chocolate milkshake. I know that feeling all too well. But here's the truth. I can't want it more than you. Too many people are out here looking for the easy way out, the shortcut, the magic pill. Guess what? There's no easy way. And I'm not sorry about that. What people do is build this bullshit narrative of, it's okay. Nah, man, it's not fucking okay. The narrative should be, get off your ass, work harder, discipline your damn mind. We got to do more than just pat people on the back and say, it's fine. It's not fine if you're not willing to help yourself. I stopped giving a fuck about what people thought, about being judged, about whether someone would laugh at me if I tried and failed. I shut that shit down. That's when things started to change for me slowly but surely. You got to understand life's going to fuck you. But once you're happy with who you are, once you own your shit, no one can mess with you anymore. Even if they try, it doesn't touch you. So what do you really want in your life? We got so much noise coming out of social media, opinions, bullshit that we're lost. We don't even know who we are because we're too damn scared to spend time alone and figure it out. I'm insecure here. I'm not being real. I lied about this or that just to fit in. That's how it goes. We get judged so damn fast that we don't even take the time to understand where all this started. Life created this person, you, me, and at some point you got to realize maybe it's not all your fault. But here's the thing. No one's coming to save your ass, man. You got to go back to where it all started, wherever the pain is, and have the balls to face it. That's the only way to fix it. I was just a scared, insecure kid. But the best thing that ever happened to me was that no one helped me. I had to suffer my way through, build calluses in my brain, just like I did on my hands. I saw myself as the weakest motherfucker alive, but I never blamed God for any of it. I just decided I'd turn it around and become the hardest son of a bitch he ever created. And that's what it takes. No excuses, no shortcuts, just raw, unfiltered work. Am I that guy? Hell, I don't know. But you better have a goddamn goal. When I was sitting there skipping school, getting bullied, drowning in my own insecurities, I realized one thing. The only person who could turn my life around was me. All these insecure assholes throwing their baggage on you, flush that shit out. Be who the hell you were meant to be, whether that's God, the universe, or just you believing in your own damn self. I don't care what it is, but you need to strip everything away and zero in on one thing. Belief in yourself. I'm not saying don't believe in God or whatever you believe in, but to find greatness, it's not going to be in some book or from listening to me. I might light the spark, but you've got to dig deep inside yourself and find it. You got to thicken your skin, become more human man. Stop being afraid of the reflection staring back at you in the mirror, because that's your only enemy. Once you conquer that reflection, what's waiting on the other side is greatness. And greatness is whatever the hell you've dreamed up in your mind. But first, you've got to see it. You've got to create that vision in your head. Then it's how the fuck am I going to get there? But that answer lies inside you. So you've got to be quiet, shut your damn mouth, go into a room alone, and dig. dig into your soul, your mind, your abilities. But if you're not willing to look, you'll never find it. You've got to start your journey. And that journey kicks off with answering one brutal question. Why the hell are you here on this earth? If you don't know that, you'll spend your life spinning your wheels, always asking why. Let me tell you what got me lifting. My self-esteem was in the gutter, so I hid behind a big-ass body. I was 175 pounds before I blew up to 300, and I didn't pack on that weight out of love for lifting. I got big to hide the weak, scared, insecure David Goggins inside. I built this huge exterior to keep everyone away because my mindset was soft as shit back then. When you understand why you do the things you do, why you're hiding, you see the truth. I didn't get jacked because I loved the sport. It wasn't about being some ripped dude lugging around gallons of water and sniffing salts at the gym. I mean, sure, I loved lifting, but really I was battling all the demons in my personal life. That massive frame was my armor, my shield, so people wouldn't mess with me anymore. It was my way of keeping them at bay, causing my mind I'd either beat the shit out of them or just straight up eat them. Here's the thing, man. If I want to be tough and damn right, I wanted that I had to face the shit that scared me. I saw myself as the weakest man alive. And I knew if I stayed in my comfort zone, I'd keep living that lie, being that scared, insecure, soft-ass person. So I built an uncomfortable world for David Goggins, brutal, unforgiving, and in that fire, I found a whole new David Goggins, a warrior, a motherfucker who doesn't quit. That's where you find yourself in the shit you don't want to face, in the grind that scares you. You want to be hard. Then start living hard. That's the only way. The biggest problem in this world ain't you, it's other people. And it's those motherfuckers living rent-free in your head. They're pulling your strings, making you dance to their tune, and you don't even realize it. We're out here living by other people's narratives, but what really fires me up is the emails. I get those emails where you're telling me how you're setting new goals, leveling up, and not feeling sorry for your damn self. You're done looking for a handout that ain't ever coming. Here's the thing, man. Wolves, they roll in packs. But there are times when even the toughest wolves in that pack don't get you. They don't see your grind, your vision. And that's okay. Sometimes you've got to break off and travel alone. Even the hardest motherfuckers in the world won't always understand your path. So what? You've got to be uncommon amongst the uncommon. Stay hard. Look, man, not everyone's got teammates or a support system. For me, it was me and my mom. She was struggling, man, struggling hard. So it was just us against the world. And when you're waking up every damn morning, grinding by yourself, that's the hidden work no one sees. People see a 1-minute clip of me running and they think they know, but they don't see the battles the real shit fighters go through, not just in the ring, but every damn day. That voice saying, I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be here. It's that 7 or 8-year-old kid inside still doubting, still scared. You can beat it 1,000 times, but it's always lurking. When you're getting up early, putting in that work, you're alone. I don't care if you got a shrink, a friend, a mentor, you are alone in your own head for 24 hours a day. Your brain is pulling you every which way, trying to control you. If you don't get a grip on that, if you don't tell your brain where the hell you're going, you're done. You got to be the master of your mind. Control it or it will control you. That's it, man. Game over. So what do? You've got to quiet your mind. Get the fuck away from people. We crave company, chatter, parties. We thrive on distractions. But you've got to be okay with being alone. It's fine to be unhappy, to sit with that shit. I put my phone away, shut it all down and go dark. I do it a lot because I'm on a mission, man. A life journey. We've all got our own paths to walk. When I hit the pine box, I want to look back at my life and be damn proud. And I don't buy that your spirit just dies when your body does. It's too powerful for that. This life, this grind, it's all temporary. But if you keep taking the easy way out, you're never going to callous your mind, man. You'll never be who you're meant to be. So stop living by other people's standards. Stop letting them pull your strings and get after it. That's the only way you're going to find out who the fuck you really are. I was that damn chameleon just blending in, scraping by, pretending I was something I wasn't. Living life on autopilot, barely making it, taking the easy way out like everyone else. But the real ones, the 1%ers, they don't play that shit. They're on a whole different level. The ones who want it so bad they'd eat glass if it meant getting closer to the goal. And let me tell you, everything I didn't want to do, every hard, brutal, soul-crushing thing I avoided that's exactly what got me where I am today. It's all about the story you're telling yourself, but don't get it twisted that story's worthless without the work. When I was getting my ass kicked physically, mentally, spiritually, I had one mantra: you can't hurt me. And let me tell you, that voice, that haunting ass voice in the back of your head, it's in all of us. Most people ignore it, but I couldn't. It was screaming at me for years, and I knew I had it in me to pull off anything I wanted. But the truth is, I was scared of the grind because I wasn't born with shit, no brains, no athletic gifts, none of that. So to get on the same playing field as the best, just to even show up and try, I knew I had to embrace the work. And that scared the hell out of me. I dodged it, I put it off, but it kept haunting me. I wanted that comfort zone everyone chases. I wanted that pat on the back, that feel-good bullshit. People only want to hear what they're doing right. They don't want to hear about the struggle, the failures, the real grind. And I realized that's why I was stuck in the same damn place, not accomplishing anything. So I flipped the script. I became my own worst enemy. The badass motherfucker in my own head. The critic that never let up. I turned into the nightmare you don't want to meet in a dark alley. That's when everything changed. I stood in front of the mirror and faced the ugly truth. I stopped blaming everyone else. Yeah, maybe my dad beat my ass. Maybe life dealt me a shit hand. Maybe my foundation was cracked from day one. But I owned all of it. Because you can't change what you don't own. 99% of the grind, I did that shit alone. Running in the cold and the heat, swimming like I was drowning, teaching myself how to read, write, study. No cameras, no podcasts, no audience. Just me trying to get into the military. People think it's all hype, but they didn't see the real work. Alone in my room, struggling, failing, but refusing to quit. And that's when I learned the realest lesson. You find out who you are when there's no one there to see it. Everyone's going through some kind of hell, man, whether it's worse or not as bad as mine. But they don't talk about it. We're trained to act a certain way, talk a certain way, keep it all bottled up. And that's why nothing ever changes. You stay stuck in that weak mindset, hoping things will get better because someone told you they would. Screw that shit, man. You've got to go to war with yourself. And yeah, it's going to be brutal. You're going to be scarred, bruised, and maybe you'll come out the other side all messed up. But you'll sit back one day, have a drink, and you'll understand what it was all for. That war might last 30 years, but when it's over, you'll finally know what peace feels like. That's when you'll understand it was never about the comfort, the pats on the back, or the easy road. It was about facing the mirror, owning your shit, and conquering the toughest battlefield there is your own damn mind. That's how you become unstoppable. That's how you find your peace. Nobody's coming to save my ass. No one's going to sit down on this couch and tell me, hey, it's all good. You're going to be okay. Guess what? No, I'm not. I had to wake the fuck up and take a stand. And let me tell you, it was painful as hell to look in the mirror and face who I was and what I had become. I was a lonely, depressed, insecure dude who would do anything just to have a friend. I hated what I saw, but I knew no one else was going to fix that shit for me. People always bitch about not having enough time. That's bullshit. You don't know how to prioritize your damn life. You waste your time on nonsense, and then you complain you don't have enough of it. For me, training, suffering, and grinding every single day, that became my priority. That's how I started to build my armor. I found self-esteem in that suffering. I found confidence in the grind. And once I got a taste of that, doors started opening. I stopped giving a damn about what people thought. Oh, if I say this, if I do that, are they going to laugh at me? Fuck that noise. I stopped caring about all that. And that's when my life started to flip. I started to see the workouts not just as a way to get stronger physically, but as a way to callous my mind. I had to burn that victim mentality right out of my brain. I had to toughen up mentally, and there's no shortcut for that. Training always looked brutal. Waking up early, grinding when everyone else is sleeping, it looked like pure hell. And you know what? That's exactly why I knew I had to do it. Not just to get bigger or faster, but because I knew that was the key to building myself up. If it looked uncomfortable, if it looked like it was going to suck, I knew that was my path. I had to learn to be alone and not just survive it, but flip that shit on its head and turn it into power. I developed what I call a sewer mentality. It's when you claw your way out of the filth, out of the lowest, darkest places, and you do it alone. No coach, no mentor, no handouts. Just you and your killer instinct, that relentless fuck you attitude that says, I'm getting up no matter what. Around 14, knocked down, bloody, broken, you still get up. That's the mentality I built. I flipped that loneliness and turned it into my greatest strength. I realized that if I could pull myself out of that sewer I was living in my own mind, if I could overcome all the bullshit and do it by myself, I'd be unstoppable. That was my mission. I made a long ass list of everything I didn't want to do, everything that scared the hell out of me. And I went after it with everything I had. And through that process, I found who I really was. I found strength in the struggle. I stopped focusing on all the shit life handed me and started seeing it as my training ground. Every hit I took, every shitty hand I was dealt, it was all just another rep, another step toward becoming bulletproof. My mental armor got forged in that fire, in doing all the uncomfortable things and embracing the suck. That's how you build yourself up. That's how you get hard, man. I still fucking hate running. Don't get it twisted. I see you guys out here at 5 morning running laps on this golf course. And it reminds me why I keep pushing. I realized early on, I'm not like the average person. I'm not doing this for fun or for some half-ass trophy. I'm doing it because I have something inside me that most people don't. I've got that fire that doesn't die out when shit gets hard. My circle, small as hell. It's been my mom and now it's my fiance. That's it. The more people you let in, the noisier your life gets. All that extra noise, that's distraction. Distraction from the grind, distraction from the pain, distraction from what's real. Growth doesn't happen in the chaos. It comes from a quiet place in your mind. When you've got too many voices, too much bullshit going on, you lose focus, you lose yourself. You can't organize your mind when else is trying to tell you what to do, who to be. So I keep my circle tight, real fucking tight. The people in my life know what they get from me, and I know what I get from them. It's simple. No drama, no bullshit. That's how I keep moving forward. Never stagnant, never satisfied. I developed this relentless work ethic through struggle, through embracing that grind. And you know what? That's when the self-esteem started to come. Not from anyone else, but from me, from putting in the work when no one else would. Working out was never about looking good or impressing people. It was about the struggle. I've been struggling my whole damn life, and for a long time I ran from it. But then I realized, fuck that. If I want to be mentally tough, I've got to face that struggle head on. I started training for life, man. Not for a trophy, not for applause, but to go the fucking distance. To outlast, to endure, to survive and thrive. I learned that the secret sauce is discipline. It's self-discipline, it's repetition. And not just doing the easy shit, but grinding on the stuff you hate over and over again. That's how you build that mental armor. You tell your mind, this is what we do now. We suffer, we grind, we don't back down. So when life throws that hard shit at you, you're ready. You've trained for it. You've suffered through worse every damn day by choice. That's how I came up. I lived in the uncomfortable. I fucking embraced it. And now that's just who I am. I'm happy in the grind because I chose this life. This is my lifestyle. But let's be real, finding your best self means getting unbalanced. Everyone's always talking about balance like it's some magical fucking unicorn you've got to chase. Balance? That's a bunch of bullshit. If you want to be great, if you want to be your best self, you've got to tip the scales. You've got to get unbalanced, get uncomfortable, and stay there. Hell yeah, I think this applies to almost everybody. Look, man, everything in my life taught me one thing. You've got to master self-discipline. That's the key. My physical grind gave me that discipline, and it's the reason I'm still standing today. When it comes to learning, shit, I'm not gifted. What takes someone an hour might take me 10 hours. That's just the way it is. And yeah, it's fucking frustrating. But that's life. I've done all this crazy physical shit running, swimming, breaking pull-up records, powerlifting, crushing it in the military. But let me tell you, some of the hardest battles I fight aren't in the gym. It's sitting down to learn something when my brain wants to tap out. But all that discipline I built from waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning, running in the cold, lifting, swimming, all that transfers over. That's what keeps me grinding, keeps me in the game. You got to feel good about yourself from overcoming the physical shit. That's what builds your armor. But here's the thing, I'm always thinking about the next fight, the next battle. I don't let myself lay in my own bullshit for too long. I give myself a couple minutes, then I get back up. I'm like, all right, what's next? What's the next challenge? What's the next mountain to climb? Some people hit a wall and they're like, oh, I can't run today because of some little bullshit excuse. Fuck that. I got to a point where I realized this is life, man. Life's going to kick your ass. It's going to take from you. And when it does, you got to move on fast. People ask me, David, what if you can't run anymore? I'm like, I'll swim, I'll lift, I'll go back to college, I'll do something. Running doesn't define me. I'm always prepping my mind for the next chapter, for the next fight. I started front loading my life. When I was younger, I used to be that piece of shit saying, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I can't do that. But the second I got my head out of my ass and stopped feeling sorry for myself, I realized I could do a whole lot of shit if I just put in the work. I stopped looking for someone to come save me and started becoming my own damn hero. That's when everything changed. You get off your ass, you move, you grind, and you motivate yourself. That's how you fucking win. Let me tell you something. Front loading ain't just a fucking strategy, it's survival. I didn't wait around to see what life was going to hand me. I started front loading every damn thing. People ask why I've done so much by 47. And it's cause I ain't sitting around waiting for the future to hand me a gift. Tomorrow might not come, so my resume's stacked. Military, check. Outside the military, check. I made my money. Did every hard ass race out there, broke some pull-up records, did all types of shit. I front loaded my fucking life. When those bad days hit and they will hit you, ain't sitting there wondering what you could have done. Nah, man, you work your ass off while you still can. You get up early. You grind like your life depends on it. Because guess what? It fucking does. And yeah, you might not make it to old age, but what if you do? What if you get there? You spend all your time slacking. You got to front load your grind so that back end is all smooth. And that's what I did. Here's the thing about life, man. Always be ready. Don't get ready, stay ready. People always ask, what you training for? Goggins, I ain't training for shit, I'm training for life. For when shit pops off. When my boy Cam hits me up talking about, yo, you want to hit a run in Vegas? Hell yeah, I'm down. Why? Because I stay ready. And let me be clear, man, just cause shit gets tough, don't mean I quit. Hell no, I don't give up. I might fail in the first try, but I'll be back. I'll call an audible, fix my mind, and figure that shit out. Failure ain't an end. It's an opportunity to study, to learn, to come back stronger. You don't leave, you study that shit until you break through. People ask me, how do you deal with failure? Goggins. I tell them straight up, I fail all the fucking time. I fail more than most of you even try. But guess what? I don't look at failure as failure. It's a fucking attempt. The first, the second, the fifth, whatever it takes. Failure is not trying. That's the real failure. Not some bullshit after school special line either. You go out there, you make your attempt, you push your fucking limits. There's no failure, only lessons. If you're out there trying to do something bigger than you, if you're paralyzed and trying to take one step and you don't make it, that's not a failure. That's your first attempt. That's where your mindset needs to be. Don't give power to that word failure. It's just a fucking word and we give it too much weight. I don't. I strip that shit of its power because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is whether you tried. Stay hard, man. Listen up, man. I'm not here to bullshit you or sugarcoat shit. You see too many people tiptoe around the truth trying to spare your feelings. Not me, man, not me. I don't give a fuck if it makes you uncomfortable. I'm not going to let you keep heading down a path that's going to be damn near impossible to get out of. It's going to be hard as hell if I sit back and let you put on another 5 pounds or let you skip 4 more days of school or keep watching you procrastinate your life away. If I see it and don't say shit, if I go talk to someone else behind your back about it, I'm not doing you a damn bit of justice. None. This world's so soft now, nobody wants to hear the truth. You can't say a motherfucking thing without someone getting offended. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I still say it. And I always will. Don't like it. Tough shit. You don't gotta like me, I'm good with that. But let me tell you something. The harder life gets, the more you push back. And the more you push back, the more you want to hide from the truth. Look, man, if you're fat, that's for real. I was fat as fuck once. So don't come at me with that bullshit. Go ahead, say something, motherfucker. I know what it's like to drag your fat ass out of bed every day when your whole body's begging you to stay the fuck down. But I can't want it more than you. And that's the fucking problem with most people, they want the easy way out. Well, I'm here to tell you, fuck that. It ain't easy. It's never going to be easy. So what do? They build this bullshit narrative that says it's okay. Nah, man, it ain't fucking okay. The narrative should be work harder, discipline your mind, stop feeding yourself excuses. We got to stop calling people and telling them it's okay that you're not willing to help yourself. That's not okay. It's unacceptable. And if you accept that, you're fucking yourself over. If I accepted that bullshit, I'd still be that fat kid getting his ass kicked by life. Too many people out here creating these bullshit narratives about themselves, giving themselves the ultimate get out of jail free card. And now the world's set up to hand out these cards like fucking candy. Everything's okay and nobody can say shit about it. Well, I'm here to say it. It ain't okay. You want to learn something from me? Let me take your ass back to where it all started. I'm a storyteller, right? So picture this. The house I grew up in, Buffalo, New York, getting my ass beat every day. Funny, we lived on a street called Paradise Road. Ain't that some shit? It was anything but paradise. I want you to go there with me to see what made me who the fuck I am today. That's the problem. We're too scared to dive deep into our own lives, into the shit that made us. But that's where the beauty is, man. We're all fucked up in our own ways. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us beautiful. I'm jacked up, no doubt about it. But I found my own process, my own way to get on jacked up. Your path ain't gonna look like mine and mine ain't gonna look like yours. But you gotta be willing to go there to face your shit and come out on the other side harder. Man, you might take the straight shot, point A to point B. And that's cool. Me, I'm taking the long, hard way. I might go from point C to D, then fuck around and hit E and F before I get to B. But trust me, I'm gonna get there just harder, just nastier. That's how I train my mind, train that savage in me. I ain't built like most people. My brain's wired different. Back in the day, I had my part-time savage mode running about 50 miles a week. But here's the real shit. I'd hit 10 miles, and that little demon in me, the one I unleash every damn morning, he'd come knocking. He'd whisper, nah, motherfucker, not today. There's someone out there you've never met, someone you'll never even know, hitting 12, 13, 14 miles right now. You ain't stopping here. You keep fucking running. And guess what? I kept running. Because when you meet that motherfucker who's been grinding harder than you better be ready. And if you ain't putting in the work, you're already behind. I don't need to brag or shout about what I do. I'm that silent worker. The guy who's out there grinding while you're sleeping, while you're taking a day off. I don't take no fucking days off, not mentally, not physically. First thing in the morning, I'm up and I'm already building my confidence. Every damn day, you're either gaining or losing confidence. It's a constant fucking battle. And it starts with that mirror. You look in that mirror and what do you see? If you see a fat, lazy piece of shit, that's your fucking reality. You can't run from it. That mirror tells the truth every time. And if you don't like what you see, you better get to work. That's why my day starts with a workout. I'm burning calories, getting my mind sharp, my body ready every single day. I'm running, I'm lifting. No finish lines for me. I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. When I was younger, I didn't have these big ass goals. It wasn't about some grand fucking vision. It was just about a to-do list. Simple as that. You don't have a list of shit to get done. You're going to sit on your ass and fade into nothing. So yeah, I grind. I've been running 20 miles a day, getting up early, hitting the sack early, eating right every damn day. This last week, though, it's been tough, been wearing me down. Normally, I don't think too much. I just lace up and hit the fucking pavement. But lately, that internal voice has been creeping in, telling me, man, you're tired. I'm sitting there staring at my shoes, thinking about pushing back my run time. But here's the thing, you can't give in to that weak ass voice. You got to shut that shit down and get after it. You know what, man? I started tape recording myself, my own internal voice. That little bitch inside me that wants to quit, I put it on tape. And let me tell you, when you're out there feeling weak, feeling sorry for yourself, listen to that shit. Hear yourself being a little bitch. Face it, man. You got to learn how to grind yourself down to dust, man. I'm talking fine fucking powder. And when you're nothing but powder, you find a way to build yourself back up over and over again. That's the fucking game. It's possible. But here's the thing, I spent a lot of time fixing shit on the surface. If I didn't get something right, I'd just fix it at the top level. Like if I wasn't reading something right, I'd teach myself how to read it better. But I wasn't going deep enough. Every time something hard hit me, I crumbled. I didn't have the tools to handle the real shit. I think, man, I thought I fixed this, but I didn't dive into the fucking dungeon of my soul. I wasn't asking myself the real questions. Why are you a quitter? Why are you weak? Why are you so goddamn scared? That's why I kept quitting. kept running back to the start line like a punk. I didn't know how to face hard times. That's why I always tell people I'm no theorist. I didn't read this shit in a book. I threw myself into the fire time and time again like a sword. You know how you make a sword, right? You put it in the fire, you beat the hell out of it, and you keep repeating that process until you've got a fucking weapon. That's what I did to myself. I said, all right, no more quitting. Let's figure out why the fuck you keep folding. What's going on inside you? And I kept throwing myself back into that fire, beating myself harder every time. Until one day I realized, okay, man, your brain is starting to get hard. You're turning into something different. And here's the mentality, man, you got to live by. No matter what's in front of you, you still grind. I'm never going to be in the Olympics. I'm never going to be some pro athlete. But I still grind. I fail at damn near everything I do. But I still grind. I don't even want to do half the shit I do. But guess what? I still fucking grind. And one day, if you see me running down some dark alley at 1 a.m, know this, I'm out there grinding. That's what separates the weak from the strong. The thing is, I know how to self-motivate. Most people don't. They need music hype, something outside themselves to get going. You put on those headphones before a big game, listen to music, getting hyped. But what happens when the headphones come off? It's just you and your fucking mind. That's when the real battle starts. I know how to handle that. That's the hard part, man. And if you don't learn how to do that, you're already losing. I don't need that music distraction, man. I'm up here in my own damn head. Life made me this way, stuttering, struggling to read and write, fat, insecure as hell. I had all these demons inside me, and guess what? I faced every last one of them head on. We can't live like scared little bitches, afraid of everything, afraid of judgment, afraid of what people are saying about us behind our backs. Fuck that. You start neglecting shit you're reading, you're learning, your workouts, your diet, and they'll eat you alive. You slack off on one thing, and it's only a matter of time before it all falls apart. That shit haunts you. You start looking in the mirror like, damn, I haven't been eating right, sleeping right, training right in forever. It takes just one crack to break you down. So I keep my eye on the details, my eating, my sleep, my discipline, and every damn thing I do. The second I get too far away from that shit, it's a hard fucking stop. I don't let myself slide, not 1 inch. What pisses me off is how many people go to the grave with their potential untouched. They live small, die small because they believe someone else was born with better tools, a better fucking hand in life. But guess what? It ain't about that. It's about your willingness to grind. You've got to grind your ass into dust. And then when you're nothing but dust, figure out how to rebuild yourself. That's what it takes. That's what's possible. When you come from a small ass town, a place where nobody ever escapes, you feel that. You feel trapped. And all you want is to become somebody to prove them wrong. But to do that, you got to break out of that closed off mindset. You need to get your ass out in the world and see the world. A small town will shut your mind down if you let it. It'll suffocate you with its small time thinking. Not everyone, but a lot of people let it closing off to what's possible. That's why we judge so damn hard, because our minds are closed off to the truth of life. We got no perspective, no real understanding. Self-esteem, man, that shit starts young. And for me, I had zero. None. So discipline became everything. Discipline was my lifeline. Without it, I was just another lost soul, drifting through life with no purpose. It don't take nothing to be a loser. That's why I hold people to a higher standard. Because I know how easy it is to settle for less, to coast through life with zero effort. You don't need talent to be a bad motherfucker. You don't need greatness handed to you. You just need the will to grind. That's it. Most people don't even realize how low the bar is. You got to be open-minded to the idea that you can do the shit you think is impossible. If you shut your mind down, if you tell yourself it can't be done, guess what? You're right, man. It won't happen. But if you're ready for war, if you step into the fire ready to attack whatever's in front of you, now you got a shot. The enemy, whether that's fear, pain, doubt, has to know you're coming for its ass and you ain't letting up. You break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I figured out. I wasn't breaking the soul of shit. I was just hitting it a couple of times and backing off. But once I flipped that switch, I started finding ways to break whatever was standing in my way, people, obstacles, even my own limitations. Relentlessness scares the hell out to anything. You keep coming day in, day out. Whatever you're fighting won't want to stand up to that. I'm that guy who doesn't need to talk about it, man. I just work. I don't take days off ever. First thing in the morning, I'm grinding. You know why? Because every damn day you're either building confidence or you're losing it. You don't stay the same. How you start your day, that's how you build it. You look in the mirror if you see weakness, if you see fat, if you see someone who's not putting in the work, that's your reality, man. You don't get to lie to yourself. So what do? I get the fuck up and move. I burn those calories, I push myself, get the blood flowing, get the mind sharp, get everything in motion. I run every day, I work out every day because I refuse to look in that mirror and see anything less than the hardest motherfucker I can be. A lot of why all out here got these damn finish lines like it's some kind of game. You run up, hit that line, and then you're done. But for me, nah, man, fuck that. I got a saying, I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. Big difference. When I was younger, I didn't have no goals. It wasn't even about goals, it was just a to-do list. You either get shit done or you don't. And if you ain't got a list of shit to knock out every day, guess what? You're going to sit back and fade into nothing. So lately I've been grinding. Every damn day I'm out here running over 20 miles, getting up before the sun, going to bed early, eating clean. But last week, that shit started hitting me hard. Normally I just throw on my shoes and hit the pavement, no second thoughts. But lately that little bitch voice in my head been talking too much. Man, you're tired. Maybe push that run back a little. You know what I did? I taped that shit. I recorded myself. So when I'm feeling weak, when that voice starts creeping in, I hit play and listen to just how soft I'm being. And you should too. Tape yourself. Listen to what kind of excuse making weak ass shit you're saying to yourself. Then snap the fuck out of it. Stay hard. I ain't no theorist out here, man. I'm a practitioner. I live in the fire. I dissect this shit while I'm in the middle of hell. Because you can't figure out what you're made of in comfort. You can't pick apart your weaknesses when everything's easy. You got to throw your ass in the freezer, make it hurt, make it miserable, and then break it down. That's where the real learning happens. When your brain's screaming, let me out, I can't take this no more, you tell it, nah, 5 more seconds, motherfucker, 5 more. That's where the growth is. I kept putting myself back in the freezer, back in the fire, over and over, beat the shit out to myself mentally, physically, emotionally. And guess what? Eventually that weak voice got drowned out. I got stronger, harder, more focused. People might look at me and think this dude curses too much. He ain't serious, but let me tell you something. I believe in God big time. Always have. Since I was a kid, I had this voice in my head telling me I was meant for more. That voice, that's what guided me, what trained me, what drove me to keep going when the world said stop. I started seeing my life like it had a purpose. Like God, some higher power put me through all this pain for a reason. Now I see the hundreds of thousands of lives I've changed by embracing that hell. There's power in that, man. You got to believe you're here for something bigger. If you don't, life's just going to tear you apart. So here's the thing, man. My purpose in this whole damn journey shifted. Instead of sitting there crying out, why me? Why God? Why I flipped the script? I started looking at all the shit I went through as the perfect training ground. It was like God was telling me I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I'm putting you through every possible scenario so you can tell a story the world needs to hear. Most people don't understand what that really means. When you're in the worst possible environment, surrounded by chaos, and everybody around you is praying for it to end, what do? They all got that look, God, this is hell, please let it be over. Time slows down, the pain drags on, and they're wishing for an escape. But me, I started playing fucking mind games. I was like, I bet these dudes are looking at us, judging themselves, thinking I was better than him when I went through this shit. And I thought, okay, motherfuckers, you want to judge me? Cool. Watch what the hell I'm going to do to you. They tell you how you're supposed to feel, but I wasn't having that shit. I told myself, don't let these clowns tell you how you should feel. Hell nah, man, it's day 1, hour 1. So I started jacking up my crew. We're going to take these motherfuckers' souls, I told them. We did some simple tasks that others were struggling with. And I saw the look on the instructors' faces. It was like we just ripped their fucking souls out. I turned to my guys and I was like, guess what? We own space in their heads now. We're rent free in their fucking minds. They're going to think about us when they lay down tonight. And that's when we started feeding off it. 1 second of energy is all it takes to drain everybody else. You see it in their eyes. Just like when you fight someone and break them, they're like, man, I don't want to step back in that ring. And you're like, I can go all fucking day. That's what taking souls is about. But here's the thing, it takes will, heart, and fucking courage to go that distance. When you're completely spent, when you think you got nothing left, you dig deeper and give more. The problem is, most people out here think they're working harder than they actually are. They wake up early for 4 days and think they've earned something. Nah, you've got to kill that entitled mindset. You think you're grinding, but trust me, most of you ain't even close to your real potential. Stop waiting on someone else to help you, to pull you up. Learn to save your damn self. The mind is a straight up medieval motherfucker, man. It's out here fighting against you every damn day. The only thing in the history of the world that shows up on time, every single time, it's got a tactical advantage over you, man. It knows your fears. It knows your insecurities. It knows all your weaknesses. Hell, it may be the only thing on this planet that knows every dirty secret you're hiding. You got to know the battlefield you're fighting on, because the mind plays dirty as fuck. You think the end is near. You start getting happy, then those instructors keep pushing. When that happened, everybody's hope just vanished. The talk stops. Heads drop. And that's when I start taking souls. I knew what was going on in their heads. They were living off hope. They hoped the instructors would stop. They hoped the water wouldn't be cold. They hoped the weather would be good. Me, I don't live off that weak shit. I wish the water was freezing. I wish the instructors kept running. I wish the rain kept coming. Because when the ending is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you find out who the fuck you really are. That's where the real ones get born. In the unknown and the pain. In the shit nobody wants to deal with. Most of why y'all are failing in life, because you're scared of what everybody around you thinks. That's the cold truth. I used to do the same shit, walking around putting people up on a fucking pedestal. Thought everybody was better than me. So I kept my mouth shut, didn't want to share my story because I figured they'd just judge me and I'd feel even worse than I already did. But I'm telling you, always be ready. You never know when your next challenge is coming out to nowhere. A lot of folks need some special event, some big goal to get motivated. Fuck that shit, man. Every single day is your challenge. Right now, today is the fight. I'm out here doing pull-ups, right? Minute after minute, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the minute. Some dude jumps in. We're going 30 minutes. And he's looking at me like we're almost done. We hit an hour. And he asks me, how many can you do? I look him dead in the eye and say, one more than you, motherfucker. Always be ready. You don't get to choose when life tests you. One thing I realized early in life, I used to want people to like me. I became who they were just to fit in. You like something. F it, I liked it too, even if I didn't. Now, fuck that. Be unapologetic about who you are. If you're a hard motherfucker, get after it. You got to be better than you even think you are. And that means people won't understand you. They're going to look at you like you're crazy, like you've got a problem. Don't worry about the S. Stay unapologetic. Stay hard. Be who the F you are. Own that. What are you doing today? Tomorrow? The next day? That's why I don't listen to these theorists, these soft-ass people talking all their BS. I listen to the guy who's in the trenches. The guy who's worn out, who's like, man, I'm tired. I'm like, why are you tired? Because tomorrow I got to do this same S again. That's the guy I respect. The guy who's gained knowledge through suffering. Because on the other side of suffering, there's a world most people never think see. And that's where you find out who you really are. You think you know yourself? Nah, man, you don't find yourself on the easy path. You find yourself on the other side of pain. Like when I ran that 100-mile race, I was running for 24 hours, man. And by the end of it, I found something on the other side that most people will never even glimpse. It's a beautiful place. But you don't get there by being soft. Some of why all have been average for so damn long, you've forgotten what it means to grind. But some of you, you want more. You just don't know how to get it done every fucking day. You need to oil those gears, get them grinding again, and push yourself to a level you've never been to. Stop being average. Look, man, this isn't just a mindset. This is a damn warrior mentality. Whether it's true or not, there's some motherfucker out there who wants everything you've got. Your spot, they want it. Your job, they're gunning for it. Your wife, your husband, your life, they want it all and they're hungry. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but if it is, it's going to be your ass if you're not ready for it. Let that shit light a fire under you. Let that fuel you to be the badass motherfucker alive. Now, let me tell you something about the people who always got something to say about others. You think they're happy with themselves? Hell no. They wish they had the balls to do what you're doing, to grind like you grind. Here's a quick story. I had some family over. We're sitting out for breakfast. Where's Goggins? Out on a damn run. I come back and here come the jokes. Oh, let me guess, you ran 100 miles today. All that sarcasm. Yeah, I piss people off and they're not shy about letting me know. But here's the thing, they don't know how much they piss me off with their lazy asses still in bed while I'm out getting after it. They were living off hope. Hope the instructors would stop. Hope the water would be warm. Hope the weather would be good. Let me tell you, man, I don't live off that weak ass hope. I wish the water was freezing. I wish the instructors kept running. I wish the storm came. When the finish line disappears, that's when you see who the real motherfucker are. That's when you find out who's truly built for this. Stay hard. I win my day the second I wake up. First thing I do every damn morning is run. I haven't missed a run since December 2016. Every day, no excuses. I stretch for 2 to 3 hours a day too. Single day. Missed 2 days in almost 6 years. I'm also in the gym 4 days a week hitting the weights because it ain't enough to just be a runner. You've got to be all around strong. Now, I'm not saying you need to do what I do, but this is how I build discipline. This is how you become unstoppable. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. Every single day. Stay fucking hard. Man, people always ask, what did you learn in the Navy, Goggins? Teamwork, right? And yeah, teamwork is important, but here's the truth. They don't tell you this shit. You can't be worth a damn on a team if you're a weak individual. You've got to build yourself first. You've got to own your weaknesses and triple down on them. People love to lean on their buddies, counting on others to pick up their slack. But let me tell you something. If you're not solid on your own, you're dead weight. You've got to turn yourself into someone the team can rely on because you've done the hard work alone in the dark. Talking about leadership, people think it's all about giving orders and inspiring others. Hell no, man. True leadership starts with leading yourself. You don't wait for someone to pull you up. You don't wait for someone to drag your ass along. You get after it yourself and set the damn standard. You know, I get it, shit gets hard. Life throws obstacles at you. Right now, you're telling me you can't find a place to run, but you're on the elliptical, making it work. Good. That's the mindset. When the world says no, you find a fucking way. It doesn't matter what tools you've got. What matters is how hard you're willing to push with what you've got. You keep adapting, keep grinding. That's how you become unbreakable. No fucking excuses. Man, people see this tough exterior and think that's all I am. They don't know the shit I've been through. Growing up, my mom was getting abused mentally, physically by my dad. And I couldn't do a damn thing about it. That messes you up inside. So I learned early on to keep everything in. I didn't want to add to her stress, so I just buried it all. All that pain, all that struggle, I kept it to myself. Thought that was my job as a kid, as a man. I had a learning disability that made school hell for me. And on top of that, my dad beat the shit out of me. So I carried all this weight around like I had to be tough on the outside, pretending nothing could break me. But inside, I was hurting like hell. No one knew it. And I never talked about it. Why? Because in my mind, showing that pain was showing weakness. And I thought my mom doesn't need to deal with that. I've got to keep that hidden. But here's what I learned. You can't bury that shit forever. You've got to face it, own it, and use it. That pain, that suffering, that darkness, it either breaks you or it builds you into something unstoppable. The choice is yours, man. Look, man, people look at me now and think I'm fucking Superman. They see this version of me that's been through hell and back and think I'm untouchable. But let me be real with you. I had to tell the truth. And the truth is, I've been lying most of my damn life. For years, I was this awkward, insecure kid with no friends, hiding from the world. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. So what did I do? I created this fake ass version of myself, someone I thought the world would accept. But all that came out of that was a bunch of fucking bullshit. Lies. Filth. Just a weak, lazy ass person. That's who I really was. I was lazy as hell, eating like crap, sitting on my ass, pretending like I had my life together. But the truth, I was 297 pounds fat, miserable, and a damn liar. I didn't read some book that handed me the answers. No one gave me a roadmap. Everything I've done came from within, straight from the source of my own pain, my own struggles. When I looked at myself at 297 pounds, I had to face the brutal truth. I had to say, this is who I am. I'm a fat. And to go from that to 187 pounds, to go through 3 hell weeks to run ultra marathons, to crank out 4,030 pull-ups, that came from me putting myself on the fucking hot seat and grinding every day. Here's the thing, I'm a natural born fat guy. Even though I was born at 175, I let myself balloon up 125 pounds. I was the guy sitting on the couch, stuffing my face with pizza, watching TV all day. That's who I really was. And I was lying to myself and everyone around me. I was running from every challenge that life threw at me. But no one knew that side of me because I built this fake persona, acting like I had my shit together. I was scared, insecure, stuttering, and getting beat down by life, but behind that fake exterior, I was fucking terrified. My whole life I was afraid of failure, afraid of pain, afraid of facing who I really was. But there was this voice inside me, this relentless shit that kept telling me, get up and do something. Even when I didn't want to move, even when I just wanted to sit there and waste away, that voice wouldn't let me quit. And finally I listened. I stopped running. I faced the truth. I made moves. I transformed, and trust me, it wasn't fast, man. It wasn't pretty. It was a long, brutal process. But that's the journey it took to become the man I am today. And if you want to change, you've got to get real with yourself, face your weaknesses, and stop fucking lying. Only then can you start building the real you. Stay hard.